You gave us, you said you think you were the reason Trump won. So I'm so sick of this bullshit. Retreating to your nonsense.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have the Vanguard and Kyle Kulinski going in on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is the epitome of idiocy, and the Vanguard is going in on him. Let's watch.
Down Joe Rogan. And although he doesn't bring up Cenk by name, I think it's so telling that this is his tone compared to what we saw from Cenk and Anna, which, by the way, continued on last night's TYT show. We're not going to bore you with that, but they continued fucking sucking the cock of Theo Von and Cenk Uygur and Tim Dillon and all. Oh, they're so fucking independent minded. Oh, independent media is back, baby. Like it's crazy. But let's take a look at this, Zach. Do you have any thoughts?
No, let's go ahead and plow right into it.
This is who this guy is. Stephen Miller is a Nazi, and Stephen Miller is running the deportation policy. Period. It's not like this wasn't known. This was known. All of this was fucking known. And here, bro, can you believe how tough he's being on immigrants? That was the whole crux of his fucking campaign, bro. That was the whole crux. So do me a favor and shut the fuck up or come out and say the right thing, which is, I was conned. I was an idiot. I fell for it. Fell for it again, award for me. Trump is a con artist. He's a warmonger. He's a fascist, and Kamala Harris would have been better, and I should have supported Kamala Harris. Say it. Say it, Joe Rogan. And if you're not going to say it, shut the fuck up. Not interested in what you're saying. No interest whatsoever. No interest. Because here's what I'm sick of, and you all know this. Here's what I'm sick of. I'm sick of these people who were riding the Trump train. Choo-choo, yay, Donald Trump vibes are online. It's really cool. Everybody loves the Trump stuff, bro. He's triggering the libs, bro. He's triggering the libs. Then, when it's the fucking train wreck that we all said it was going to be, it's every now and then a tiny, bro, I don't think I'm in favor of getting rid of due process, bro. Oh, you fucking genius. You brave, courageous soul, you. I'm like mildly against getting rid of due process, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Anyway, let's talk about that.
Guys, we have to talk about this. This is I haven't seen this before. This is textbook Kyle. This is Kyle at his best. This is what he does so well, right? He can be.
Yeah, I mean, it's just clear that Kyle Kulinski is tired of Joe Rogan. I don't know who else could say it better. Kyle Kulinski has been on Joe Rogan's show a few times. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he, after talking with Joe Rogan the most, and after giving him the most grace, he was one of the last, speakers and commentators on the left to give Joe Rogan sort of some shit for going and pandering to Donald Trump. Now you have Kyle Kulinski, one of the last ones, fully turning on Joe Rogan and able to see all of his bullcrap.
Be a goofball. He can be silly. He can be funny, and he's also absolutely shredding Joe Rogan right now, and he's also giving him an opportunity to make amends. Hey, Joe, here's what would actually mean something. You coming out here and saying, I fucked up. I made the wrong choice, right? You're such a big man. You're such a dude that can stand on his own 2 feet. How about you come out here like a man and say, I was wrong. I got duped. I was fooled. All my buddies conned me into doing this because I don't know how to think for myself. Now I want to learn to think for myself because these assholes got me in trouble because I don't want to see dudes being black bagged at Home Depot. I don't want to see an end to due process, right? That's what you should come out here and say. And Kyle just shreds him, and he also shreds him in a way that's not like, I'm holier than thou liberal, right? It's like, I'm a dude just like you who is pointing out how stupid and fraudulent this Joe Rogan character is.
UFC fight. Did you see the pink-haired college kid, bro? The wokester, bro? We're not playing this fucking game. We're not playing this fucking game. You built that. You gave us, you said you think you were the reason Trump won. So I'm so sick of this bullshit. Retreating to your nonsense, dumb guy, enlightened centrism is not enough. It's not fucking enough. Say what I laid out or shut the fuck up forever. As somebody said online, I think it was Energimentum, he was like, it'd be so much more dignified if Joe Rogan just didn't mention anything political and just like moved on, right? That would be way more dignified than this bullshit like, bro, can you believe he's doing the thing that every liberal and lefty in the country said he was going to do, bro?
I mean, it's clear that Joe Rogan, that he's wanting to still play both sides. That this is sort of like how you have Trump going into Iran and bombing Iran and then saying, oh, no, we're, just playing like he's upset, whatever the hell is going on. It's all for a show. It's all that, hey, look, I mean, I can't look exactly like I'm on board with all of this stuff. I have to at least appeal to a little bit of reason, and it's way more damaging than just like being outright choosing a side right there. Now he's at least giving the illusion that he is thinking about this stuff whenever it's clear that it's all done in the name of money and power.
Wild, bro. Yes, that's right. And you, Joe Rogan, and all these little fucking sycophants, they have liberal derangement syndrome and leftist derangement syndrome and Democrat derangement syndrome, and they don't realize these fucking people have been right all along. We've been right all along. And you can't swallow your pride and fucking admit it. So every now and then, 90% of the time, you're doing your same old bullshit, and then 10%, bro, I don't know if feeding immigrants to alligators, that seems like a little inhumane to me, bro.
And again, just compare that to Cenk and Anna's analysis of the exact same Joe Rogan clip, right? Where it's like, oh my God, everybody wanted to say Joe Rogan was a Republican, but he draws the line at Alligator Alcatraz. He's a humanitarian. He's one of us, man. He doesn't want them to be fed to alligators. He just wants them abducted and taken out of the country humanely.
Yeah, 100%. And again, like, I don't want the impression to come off like we shouldn't take yes for an answer, right? Obviously, it's a good thing that people like Joe Rogan are pushing back, even in the minuscule and kind of pathetic ways that they are. Why? Because it's a sign that even Trump's supporters are kind of getting uncomfortable with some of that. No doubt about it. Does that need to be acknowledged? But what I think is unnecessary is giving Joe Rogan all of this unnecessary credit than Cenk and Anna give him. Again, you can sit there and
I'm telling you, it's because it's everyone playing a part in the fact that, oh, I mean, I have to look like I am, against something that's completely crazy. I can't just be completely on board with Israel, wanting to take over and bombing and starting all these fights. But but yeah, look, Iran, I guarantee you, they're still So it's all wanting to play that look, I'm going to be against this for now. But then, come down the road, whenever it's going to happen again, it's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. It's like, you could call it out. You can continue. You're sort of the one that's in charge. It's the same play. It's Joe Rogan and Trump. It's the same play. Trump could be putting a stop to Israel doing all of these things, and he's going to act like, oh, there's a ceasefire that's going to happen in so and so many days. It's not going to happen. It doesn't. Oh, he's out of the war for now because the light is on him, and it's starting to get a little bit too hot.
Kind of objectively acknowledge, like, hey, this is a good sign for America. The fact that people like Joe Rogan and people like Theo Von are now feeling uncomfortable enough that they're speaking out again, even in kind of minuscule, sort of meek ways. At least it's happening. That's a sign that MAGA and the right wing is starting to get uncomfortable with the fascist fucking direction that this country is going in. That's worth acknowledging. What's unnecessary though is what Cenk and Anna do, which is to fucking suck off Joe Rogan and act like he's this anti-establishment, independent thinker, this populist who's just shooting from the hip, bro. And like, just because he disagreed with you on this doesn't mean he's not gonna tell it like it is. And it's like, yeah, except for that's not what the fuck was happening in the crucial 3 months leading up to the election when Joe Rogan, we actually could have used an independent thinker when he had 3 hours to fucking interview the president or the future president of the United States.
So there we have it, you guys. The Vanguard and Kyle Kulinski calling out Joe Rogan. I think that it's wonderful that people are actually, wanting to stick up for what's right, stick up for, hey, look, we're not this dumb to, just go along and saying, hey, look, you're just going to, calm us down for a few moments, and then now it's going to pass over, and then next thing you know, we're right back to where we were a few days ago. So, I mean, it's just all the same game. I'm glad that people are calling out. Glad that Kyle Kulinski and the Vanguard are calling them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So it's another day in the progressive way.